This is Survivor Talk with D&D. I'm Dwayne.
And I'm David.
And this is my dad, John. Say hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
No, Dad. That's... Anyway, this is our recap show for episode 11 of Survivor, Gloves Come Off, which David says was said by Jervis. Is that right, David?
Well, I said it because it's true, but I appreciate you calling into question what I did tell you was the facts. But yes, go ahead.
There you go. Thanks for listening. If you're new, I know we have several new since we were nominated for Best Entertainment Podcast of 2013. Thank you for joining us. If you've been around for a while, thanks for hanging around. David, why don't you tell us what they need to do Sunday night?
Well, Dwayne, what they need to do is send in their feedback for this episode, which there should be some really good feedback for. They have until Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, which is my time, because we go by my time, not Dwayne's time. And they can also use our new voicemail system, which is on our website, survivortalkwithdnd.com. And you can click on that link to use the voicemail. You can do right from your PC or your Mac or whatever device you're using to look at our website.
That's right.
It's really cool, it's really clear, and it's really awesome.
Yep. Deadline is Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Did you already say that? And
I did. Thanks for listening. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, this is why we're nominated Best Entertainment Podcast. Dad. Yeah. All right, visit our website, survivortalkwithdnd.com. I'm in a squeaky chair. I'm sorry, it's not my normal place. I'm going to have to change seats here in a minute.
Yeah, I would take your father's advice and just stop squeaking. You know, if you can sit still, that would be
just
good.
Stop squeaking, son. Also, it is, oh my gosh, it's Christmas time. You need to be shopping for Christmas. Use Amazon and use our link, survivortalkwithdnd.com/Amazon. Start your shopping there. Don't do all your shopping, get it all in your cart, and then use our link. Use our link to get there, and then use our link to buy it.
I did
all
today.
Right?
You'll see what I bought Terry for Christmas when you see
awesome.
my purchases for today.
I won't know that it was you, but I'll see if you tell me what it is. Y'all, okay. I'm in my dad's office in Chandler, Texas, and this is my dad, and we're going to have him on for Shootin the Breeze. We're going to record an episode of Shootin the Breeze after David and I do our recap show. And but we wanted to give you a little tease, so after you listen to this show, you'll go listen to Shootin the Breeze, because Dad has some initial thoughts on the episode. So we're going to get right into the recap of Survivor. He's already laughing. We're going to get right in. Oh, he's like, they don't want to see me because they're all going to get mad at me because I don't like the show. So initial thoughts. David, do you have any initial thoughts, or should we get Dad's out of the way?
Let's do Dad's first. My initial thoughts may be changed after his initial thoughts.
All right, well, I'm going to at least give mine. My
okay.
First one. It's really hard to watch with Dad laughing on the love seat next to you.
Were you defending? Were you having to defend the show?
No. Mom pretty much kept telling Dad to be quiet, didn't she?
Yes. Constantly.
Constantly.
So I put a pillow up to hide my face so you couldn't see me.
Yeah, there was one point Dad was laughing so hard, he put the pillow up so I couldn't see him because I was taking notes.
Well, what part was that?
Yeah, which part was that?
The beginning to the end, to tell you the truth.
Oh, no, it wasn't. There was a specific time.
I don't know.
Somebody was being emotional or something.
Yeah, when they were talking to each other, personal, like it was real serious. I just thought it was.
Mom goes. So where is this recorded? And Dad, tell her what she said. Tell her what she said.
In the studio in Hollywood.
I told you it was set up. I told you. I agree with him.
See?
And Mom goes, "Oh, really, John? Really? They have those beautiful beaches on a soundstage."
Uncle Fred said till the day he died that the first man landing on the moon was in a movie set in Hollywood.
Uncle Fred said that?
Uncle Fred said that. That's exactly right.
This is Shootin the Breeze coming up. It's going to be good stuff.
More with
People
Uncle Fred.
really watch Survivor?
Yes, Dad. It's a very popular show.
They don't do a thing. All they did was sit around and connive against each other. They
And
didn't
actually,
do one thing except those people on the handbars.
Yeah.
All you saw was about 30 minutes of 3 days. So they've been doing even less for the rest of the 2 days or 2.5 days.
See?
Right.
See? He agrees with me.
Well, that doesn't mean people don't watch it, though. People still watch it.
They don't have anything better to do.
All right. So what do you? Well, what?
No offense, Survivor, if any of you are watching.
What do you like?
Because nobody's watching.
Yeah. What do you not like about Survivor, Dad?
Well, there's no plot to it. There's no storyline. It's just...
No. There is a storyline. There is a storyline. CBS paints us a storyline. They edit us a storyline. The storyline now is Sierra is rising in her game and coming out and being a good player when everybody thought she wasn't.
She is a conniver who plays one group of men against another group of men. I saw that the first 5 minutes.
Okay, that was a great first impression. I mean, initial reaction. He's exactly right. She's a little tattletale that ran to whoever she thought could get her further in the game. And that's
right.
Exactly right.
But what's wrong with that? That's a strategy.
That's exactly right, too. That is a strategy, especially this late in the game. This late in the game, she's got to start making big moves, and that was a big move tonight.
Go ahead, Dad. Speak up. Don't talk softly. Speak up. Dad thinks it's all scripted.
Yes, it is.
Dad thinks that the producers, he literally thinks that this is not real.
It is. It's scripted. They write. The whole thing is scripted from beginning to end.
See what I mean?
It's just like those shows your mother watches. That I'm not going to name any of them because somebody might sue me, but they're all scripted.
They're not going to sue you, Dad.
Huh? That Fat Boy show. What is that called?
Biggest Loser.
Well, I lost my ear just a minute.
They're not really losing weight on the Biggest.
They're wearing pillows. That's right.
Yeah, this is all fake. He lost his earphones. All right, hold on. You got it in there? See, that's the problem. See, if I had a mixer, I could... No, here, let me know.
I got it.
It's in there. Clean my ear with my hands. All right, so Dad thinks it's all scripted and fake and filmed in Hollywood. Now, Dad, you can't seriously think that. I mean, seriously. You can't seriously think that. Or do you honestly think it's scripted?
Because we know people that have supposedly been out there.
I really think it's probably not scripted. I mean, I think it's probably not filmed in Hollywood.
Okay.
Because I've been to the
Philippines
part of the country, been to the Philippines, and that looks like the Philippines.
All right.
But it probably isn't, but it looks like it. But I do think it's scripted.
But you do think it's scripted?
Yeah, I really do.
So,
I don't think any producer in his right mind would go out and film a program and put it on supposedly primetime television without scripting it. I mean, he'd be nuts to do that.
Now, in a sense, he's right because what we're seeing is a script they've written from the actual footage that's been footageized, that's been filmed.
Footageized?
I know. I was trying to use the same word, but yes,
that's a Virginia word.
That's right.
Virginia word.
It's East Coast word. They have taken all the footage and created a script to entertain us, to keep us coming back for more. So you are right that what we are seeing is a scripted part of real footage of these people on this island.
Yeah, but Dad actually thinks they wrote a script, and the people,
I know what you mean.
Like when the filming isn't going on, they're sitting in huts eating hamburgers. Right?
Well, they all don't look like they're eating anything.
Okay,
they're a bunch
so
of scrawny-looking people.
Right. So what we're saying is they get 18 hours of footage a day, right, for 39 days, and they take that and the producers over the 6 months after this was filmed, then they take that and make the story, right? So this isn't live. This isn't like Big Brother where it's all live and you see it live. This is 6 months ago it all happened, and so yes, they can take what everybody said and create the story that they want.
Well, that's scripting.
Well, that's telling the story. But on the island, during those 39 days, those people are really in the game.
They're all conniving.
Well, yeah, they're all conniving, but they're not doing what the producers tell them. And like the producers don't know who's going to win.
They don't produce anything. They don't build anything. They just lay around on the beach and connive with each other. They
have to build a camp, a fire. They have to make fire. They have to eat rice and go fishing.
I did that in survival school.
Yes, you did.
That's where they got the name.
Yeah, survival
school. I think he's right in the sense that we're watching a reactionary script from a real life situation. So yes.
Okay.
So they are in a real life situation.
Okay.
Now it's not like Survivor 1.
He's not buying it. He's not buying it.
Yeah, he is. On Survivor 1, though, Dad.
Well, I understand what you're saying. David made more sense
Then I did. Yeah, thanks.
I'm so glad your dad's on.
Are you proud of him, Dad?
Yes, I am.
Thank you, Mr. Stroud.
You're welcome.
Okay, now Survivor 1, when they first did it, was a lot different than it is now.
Okay.
In Survivor 1, it was really more of a survivor. They didn't give them anything. They just put them out there on the island.
They had to earn food and win food and challenges and stuff.
And now,
like
now it's a
rice
little
and
more
stuff
easy.
like that. Yeah.
And
now they gave
ultimately one person survives.
Yes.
That's the goal.
Yes. But see, it's a social game too, because you don't lose because of your inability to survive. You lose because I vote you out.
So it's a popularity contest.
Yes, because it's not the last person standing. It's the last 3 people standing, because then they turn it over to all the people that they voted out, and they actually vote for a winner. Now, how they vote for a winner is up to them. You know, they can pick the person they like the most. They can pick the person they least hate the most, you know, or they don't hate, or they can pick the person that played the best game. It depends on the jury. But, you know, right now they're voting people out, but all those people that are sitting on that table over there, the 2 brothers and the people that are going to join them, are actually going to turn around and vote for a winner of the final 3. So it's not really the last person standing like a real survival game.
Right.
It's still a jury social game at the end.
Okay.
But
if you got any questions, Mr. Trout, you can just ask me. I'll be glad to answer any questions you got.
Of course, Dad still cracked up during the whole Laura and Sierra stuff at Redemption Island.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. All right, Dad. Well, we're gonna have my dad back on after we finish recording this show. We're gonna record a Shootin the Breeze. We're gonna. Some of you have already posted questions on Facebook, and so we're gonna have fun with Dad and ask him those questions. And so, Dad, I'll call you back in here in about an hour.
So he can go get that ice cream now.
Me out?
No, you're in here.
You're not going to edit me out?
Why would I edit you out?
I don't know.
Not unless you say something I can't put on there. All right. That's my dad, y'all.
Bye, David.
See you, John. Mr. Stroud.
Yes.
Mr. John.
All right, I'm gonna change my chair here.
Please do, so I can give my initial reaction.
All right.
I didn't want to do it with him because he probably would have blown it up.
The problem with me sitting here is now I have antlers.
But
this is a problem.
That looks awesome.
This is a problem.
That had better be the screenshot on our your YouTube page, because that is awesome. You need to slide a little to your right. Slide just a little. Now sit. There you go. There you go. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. There you go.
All right. Initial thoughts, David.
Tyson has a time machine. Because let me read you something.
Okay.
Here we go. Tyson. The next 2 tribal councils will be his survivor redemption or redundant collapse. If he can thwart any coup attempt this week and then keep the final 6 tribal council under control, he'll be picking up the big check at the finale.
Right.
And what did he say tonight?
I don't know. My wife just walked in.
And you got totally distracted. Congratulations to Connie. That's awesome.
Well, you know, she is my wife.
That's love magic. There you go, brother.
She distracts me often.
And tell her she just ruined my
Not as often
reaction.
as I'd like, but she does distract. Ow.
Don't edit that out either.
We are live on YouTube. 3 people watching us.
Can you tell everybody what I'm about to say?
Oh, yeah. Is it about Dad? Okay. What did Dad say?
Okay.
Here, come here. Sit right here.
Give her an ear, bud.
Sit beside me.
All right, well, let me listen.
Dad's looking in too.
I can't tell you.
Yes, you can. Get back over here. Tell us.
Okay, so Dad comes in the other room and he's talking about how much fun he had and how David explained this whole scripting thing better than you ever did. So now I understood. Now I
He's such a
understand.
smart man. I always thought he was.
Such a smart man, he's saying. And Mom said, "So are we going to start watching this show now?" He said, "Are you kidding? Dumbest show I've ever seen in my life."
All right. Thank you, Connie. Oh, my goodness. For
All
some
right,
reason, there are 2 David.
I just missed that. It knocked me out. What'd she say?
You missed it?
I did. It knocked me out.
Well, you'll have to go back and listen to it on the audio podcast.
Okay.
All right, let's get back to our initial thoughts.
Well,
okay, so what did Tyson say? Tyson said, I got to get control of it here, and then I've got it locked up.
I got to get this next tribal council is very important, and then the one after that, and then I'm good to go.
Right.
So the question is,
he's right.
Question is, do you know where those lines are that I read before we talked about what he said?
No, I do not know where those are from.
It's from my blog.
Good job,
from
David.
Last week, which you supposedly read when you supposedly edited it. But I'm not going to hold that against you because I gave you 3 minutes to edit it, and you blew through it as fast as you could.
I don't remember every line in your blog. David.
I know, but no, I just thought that was neat that he said that. I'm like, dude, you're making me feel pretty good that you brought up that you needed the next 2 tribal councils, and he's right.
Yeah,
he's thinking right. Numerically, he's thinking. And then my other initial reaction was first come, first serve. The first person that jumps is sometimes the better off person. Sierra jumped first, and she got the better deal out of it.
Yeah.
So
my other initial thought was Sierra's better. Again, Sierra is playing better game than people thought she was going to play.
Yeah,
she's doing really well.
Because we didn't get anything in the first 7 or 8 episodes. I mean, it's like she just showed up.
But you know what? I think she was playing the game. She just knew what her place was. I really think Sierra's a good player. Although having said that, I still think she should have went with the newbies against the returnees because she can't win against a returnee. So I think she made a mistake by not going with Caleb and with Hayden and instead going with Tyson.
Well, I completely agree, but at the same point, we'll get to that. But I agree.
Okay.
I was really frustrated at that point in the episode.
All right. Kasama, night 26. Katie. Not Katie. Tina. She was expecting Katie and even thought it was, I'm sorry, I'm on Kasama night 26.
You're on Redemption Island.
Katie says, I'm sorry. Katie says, I was surprised, but Sierra has a plan and her mom's not part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She went. It was hard on everyone. They all admit that it was. This is one of those seasons where they come back from every tribal and console each other. Almost every episode we've gotten that, and that doesn't happen every time. Usually it's sorry, dude, but we had to go that way, and
right.
But not this time. It seems very. I wonder how close this group is, this cast is, because they seem really close after each tribal council. But it's Laura's, hoping to build trust off of this. She's hoping, I'm hoping I get a few points, and she may have. But at the same time, Tyson realizes, she's showing loyalty, but she's also playing the game really hard. And that's something that's got to be watched, not trusted. Right. That takes you out of the trust mode. So, he's seeing it, and like you said, she's been playing more than just these past 2 or 3 episodes.
Oh, yeah,
She's been playing well. Yeah. But he's just making a point of saying she's playing hard, and that's something I have to keep an eye on.
Right. People are underestimating her is what Tyson says also.
Right.
So. All right, now we get to Redemption Island, where
Yes.
Tina is thinking Katie's coming. And interesting, Laura comes in, Mom! So, but of course it was Laura. And then we get the emotional part. I'm proud of her, but I'm also ticked off. All that good stuff.
I wrote down that, that was, that's got to be hard for her, but at the same time, I completely believe that she's proud. That Tina here is fighting for her life, and I'm sorry, Mom, but you're not part of that fight. If my fight is better with you gone, it has to happen. But they're all sitting there saying that it's Tyson. It's Tyson. It's Tyson. All of us are here because of Tyson.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm thinking, hey, when you guys go to Redemption Island and you're allowed to say whatever you want to say, 2 of you aren't going to get back in the game. So why don't you take this opportunity to point out to the new players who are getting Rams side or whatever it is,
broadsided,
run over, broadsided, whatever it is, soon to be blindsided by these returnees. Why aren't you guys pointing this out? You got 2 daughters over there who are new players and who are playing sometimes like new players, and they're just, why don't you guys say something? This is Redemption Island. You're allowed to, throw trash around. So say something.
Yeah. And
I wrote down that those 3 are there because they're not weak players. Tyson is keeping the weak players at camp, and he's sending the strong players to Redemption Island. They need to step up. If they want to support their kids, they need to step up and say something.
Yep. All right, well, let's get to the duel.
Love the duel.
I know, I did too.
I love that puzzle thing. That's awesome.
Yes, and Vetus knew exactly how to get that block through it. You just punch it on the bottom. You don't have to get your hands all messed up at all.
No.
So, good job. Of course, before we get to that, Prope says to Laura, your daughter voted you off. In other words, Laura, we need some crying moments here. Don Stroud needs to laugh.
Jeff, if you can hear me, we need some tears. We haven't had any in 5.7 minutes. We need some tears.
Okay, tears. Yeah, so Laura cries. My dad laughs. So that's what I wrote.
I bet that wasn't his first question. He probably kept asking until she finally broke down.
Oh, yeah, sure, of course. All right, so Tina gets way behind in the puzzle. I mean, in the doing the thing.
Yeah.
Laura has it easy, and so Laura gets first place.
That was really easy. You remember when we saw it last? And I should have looked it up. I want to say it was it Edna? Or was that the right season? I want to say it was Edna that did it against Ozzy. I don't remember. I'm sure Mike knows or somebody will correct me. But that was really hard for them. They did it like more than one time getting it right, and she just boom went right through it and just nailed it.
Right.
So I was impressed. That was really quick.
And then I was thinking Laura's going to help Tina, and sure enough, she did.
Yeah, because of that tease, I was wondering how that was going to happen, and sure enough, she turned and she was blocking it and spinning it. That was kind of neat.
Yeah.
She was spinning it and then telling her which ones to put, exactly which ones to put where.
And I would be just as ticked off as Vetus was, because Vetus was not happy.
Oh, yeah. I thought we got along at Redemption Island.
Yeah, we did, and we're both moms, and you're not, so tough.
But you know, this is a great analogy of what's going on and still in the game. You know, there's three of you playing. You might get along for a night waiting to come challenge each other, but one of you's going to go home.
Yeah.
So you guys up there need to know that not all of you are going to keep going. Somebody's got to go. You got to make that tough decision.
Yeah. So I think my dad or somebody said, well, that's not fair. And I said, Dad, they can do anything they want and try whatever they want. So,
until somebody stops them. Yeah, exactly.
That's right. So were you surprised Laura gave the clue to Sierra? Or were you more surprised that Sierra burned it?
Well, I'm not surprised because, you know, nobody's going to take it from Laura. I don't think anybody would have taken it from Laura. So if you want to let somebody burn it, or at least give them the choice, give it to Sierra and let her decide what to do. Sierra may have learned something in 24 hours about the idol. She may not have.
Yeah.
But I think Laura knows that Sierra's smart enough at this point to know what to do with it. But I think Sierra burned it because I think she knows it's already been found.
Yeah.
I don't think she knows who.
Why not burn it?
Yeah, but the look she had on her face almost looked like she had said something, or she made a comment about it. But time-wise, it looked like it flowed. But I really thought by the look on her face, because she's got that, you know, I know something to look at now that we've been seeing a lot more lately. I think she knows that it's been found. I think she knows that Katie went through every leaf and that her mom followed her, and she probably went through every leaf. And I really think Sierra was very confident. You know, why in the world am I going to keep this? I love you, Mom, but somebody's got it, and I don't want this. So I'm going to show a little bit more loyalty and get rid of it.
Right. All right, well, let's get back to Kasama back at camp, and we get Tyson's first target is Katie still. I have to get past this next vote. Must keep everyone's eyes on Katie is the first way he's thinking. Butch just shows that Tyson is flexible and is playing the game based on what's going on around him.
And he's trying to keep all of his alliances. You know, Katie is still the odd person out. And he's not ready to you know, stab anybody yet. He's not ready to burn any bridges. He's keeping all of his options open, but he's trying to make everybody happy at the same time. So I thought that was pretty smart. We're still gifted with one player that doesn't fit in or doesn't belong.
Right.
You know, one of these things doesn't belong. And she was on the wrong alliance, so we're fortunate. He's got a couple days to keep working his next plan. So let's go with the easy vote and take out Katie.
But Hayden ain't going to let that happen because Hayden is thinking, wait a second.
Who? I mean, where's he been?
Well,
now he realizes it. Okay,
he's been hanging around, and now he's like, wait a second. Us four at the end, we're going to have to get rid of these two guys. So I thought he did something pretty smart and goes to talk to Caleb and says, let's get out Tyson. And so then he goes and tells, well, anyway, so he tells Caleb, let's work on getting out Tyson. Caleb tells Katie, right?
Right.
You got anything so far, or are we good?
No, I like it because he wisely went to the one person he could probably trust from his original tribe is Caleb. There's got to be a bond there between those two because they've been, you know, on that team. They've been on the same team the whole season. So yes, I agree. That's the one right person to go to is the other guy, you know, who's supposed to be in the guys' alliance, and then talk about it. Go ahead.
So we have two newbies talking, and then one of the newbies goes and talks to the third newbie, Katie.
Right.
And Katie's on board. And then they go and talk to Sierra, and Sierra says she's on board, which I think she should have been on board.
Right.
They could run the game from here out, then a newbie finally wins.
Hello. That's exactly what I wrote about this week. That's the dream rest of the season.
Why doesn't Sierra know this? Why is Sierra so intent on going with Tyson and Jervis? Why not go with Caleb and Hayden and Katie? She has a better chance of beating them than she does Tyson and Jervis.
This might be kind of out there, maybe putting words into what she actually said, but she said she's worried about these people who haven't played the game before.
Yeah.
All of a sudden flipping. I'm like, hey, you haven't played the game before either. Your mom's played the game before, but you're still a new person too. You've just been gifted a 4-person alliance against the 3 people.
Yes.
And you're worried about these new players? I don't want to blame anything, whether it's celebrity-itis or stars in her eyes about playing with people like Tyson and Jervis, but really, I don't get that. That to me just blew my mind. I'm thinking, no, you're not the one that's supposed to run a Tyson. It's supposed to be Caleb or Hayden. Why are you running the Tyson? You could actually control this because you could actually do something, but you're going to run and give this game to Tyson. I really didn't get that.
So for all the good play I think she has been doing, this was a bad decision in my estimation.
It was a bad decision to me as a fan because I really wanted to see the newbies step up and rise against the returnees, but you're just giving it to them. Why do you think these returnees are here? They're not here to mentor you or take you to the end. They're here to win, flat out win, and they have a better chance against each other than they do any of you new people who have a chance to show something and win the game.
However, had she gone with this plan, had she gone with the newbies, I think Tyson would have sniffed it out. Tyson would have played his idol, and one of the newbies would have gone home, and we would have been back 3-3.
Well, unfortunately, we'll never know because he was gifted the information. But I wonder. I really think he wanted to hold the idol till next week, till next tribal council.
I do too.
Yeah, he said it was the 2 tribal councils he needed to get past. I really thought he would. He surprised me by playing at the end, but I think he smartly played it, even though he didn't need it. But I don't know. I would be surprised. What really would have been smart was to make a deal with Sierra. Now you go to Tyson and tell him what we're doing, and let him think that we're going to do this, and then we vote out Jervis.
Yeah.
Pull a real blindside. Make Tyson play the idol if he's got it. Because if they trust each other, which I would hope at some point they do, Caleb and Hayden and Katie all know that the 3 of them don't have the idol. Whether they trust Sierra or not is something else. So they got to figure somebody else has got it. Probably Tyson or Jervis. Sniff it out, make him play it, and then blindside Jervis if he doesn't win immunity. But no, they finally start to play. It's too little, too late. They should have taken a deal last week when she offered Laura. I don't know. Frustrating.
So Sierra goes and talks with Tyson. She doesn't want to work with them, and I wrote, "Wow." So what does Tyson do? Which is interesting. The next time they show Tyson talking to Jervis, it's like a day and a half later.
Yeah, it's the night of the next day, yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, he's talking to Jervis, tells about Sierra, and now they're going to vote Caleb.
Because he's the most likable, and he could win right at the end, yep.
And interesting, Tyson says, I was ready to go to the Final Four with those 2 guys. Do you believe him?
No.
You don't believe him because you think he was going to go to the Final 3 with Monica.
Yeah, I think Monica's a lock. I think, even Jervis said, he said the way he was saying the days, on day 26 the 4 guys were solid, on day 28 were not so much.
Right.
But it really kind of irked me that Jervis was saying, I can't believe that they're talking about breaking our alliance and voting Tyson or me out, or voting Tyson out. I mean, I was ready for him to start saying, you just don't do that in Survivor. I know I did it like 5 days ago, but they don't do it. They're new players. They don't get to break alliances.
That's right.
Where is that coming from?
They're not allowed to do this.
Give me a break. But no, I don't think. I think they were just leading those guys along as far as possible so that they could get rid of them at the last minute. I really think, sorry to interrupt you, I really think they're keeping Hayden, the stronger player, physically stronger player, as long as possible so that when they take him out, he doesn't go to Redemption Island because it's already been closed. I really think that's what they were planning to do because they don't want him to come back, one, vengeful, and two, aware that he was never really in. They don't want him coming back like that. They want him gone for good. I think that's why they're holding on to him.
Well, but he knows now he's not really in because Caleb got voted out.
Next week should be interesting.
Yeah, next week will be really interesting. So, day 29, we get the morning fire, and Sierra says to Tyson, "Want to go get some tree mail?" And he said, "Leave me alone. I'm a survivor man." Okay, he didn't really do that.
And if I don't makes my underwear tight.
So Hayden and Caleb are like, all right, something's up. Something is up. So.
Oh, I know. I love that was good. It's like, she didn't look at me. Dude, she hadn't spoken to me since yesterday.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
So Sierra says, "I'm so glad I didn't go with Hayden and Caleb. I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot for next tribal council." And I thought, I'm going to get 20 points tonight because I put 20 points on Sierra. I was wrong, but still. So then Hayden, what if Sierra told Tyson we were blindsided, that we were going to blindside him? So anyway, and then Katie and Hayden.
I agree. Why would a new player abandon the other three new players and go tell a returning player? What sense does that make?
I know, it really, it doesn't. It doesn't. And Katie, he's talking to Katie also. Why is she so chummy with Tyson? So anyway, that sets us up for some later discussion.
Right.
Let's get to the immunity challenge.
Wait. She reads the email.
Let's do it. David
she
says
reads
first.
the tree mail first.
Yes.
And Katie's been very nice to me this season. She's talked to me on Facebook a few times. She's only said what she could say and nothing more. I mean, we're not friends or anything. This only met her through Facebook in the season, but she reads the tree mail, describes what's going to happen, and then Katie goes, "Ooh, what does that mean?" I'm like, really? You're going to admit that you have no idea what that means. It means one of you's going home because not all of you are going to win the challenge. Come on, Katie, don't be that way.
All right, well, Katie's not going to be talking to you this week if she listens to the podcast.
Yeah, she will.
All right, so it's the handle holding the bucket, 20% of your body weight. And apparently Scoopin's slipping out in 5 seconds made production decide to put this really rough, horrible hand grip on it.
You read my notes. You read my notes. He remembered that Scoopin only lasted 5 seconds, so they said, we're going to offer the food first. We're not going to wait for the Scoopin rule and let him go for 5 seconds.
Yeah. But I was thinking also they put that really rough stuff on the handle, which is going to, like I thought when I saw it, man, that's going to cut their hands up and stuff. That's not going to be good.
Right.
But anyway, all right. So he offers, you can sit out and feast on barbecue steak, chicken, and sausage. And Nathan goes, my oldest son, what if everybody chose to eat? I say, then no one would get to eat because you can only eat while the challenge is going on, and no one would get immunity.
Exactly.
So, but anyway, Tyson, Jervis, and Sierra decided to eat.
Did you think about it before and say who might do this? Because I asked Gracie to pick somebody.
No, I didn't.
She goes, because I went through the list and I said Monica's not doing it because Monica could win this.
Oh yeah.
And she's never going to feel safe. Hayden and Caleb, because of Sierra, don't feel safe now. They're going to do it. Katie's going to do it just in case she wins because she could use it. And I thought Sierra's probably comfortable. I said Jervis is probably the most comfortable. I picked Jervis and Gracie picked Sierra. Neither one of us picked Tyson because we didn't know if he'd be nervous since he'd found out this information. But sure enough, man, I was surprised that all three of them picked it.
Now, I kind of thought Tyson would. I hadn't really thought about the others.
So. Well, he's always going to take.
But anyway,
always eating.
Oh yeah, and he says all kinds of stuff while he's eating, also.
Yeah, he's a narrator.
So.
Yes.
All right, 4 people will have a restful afternoon, while 3 will be spending a lot of time in the ocean, relieving themselves. Because I guarantee you, stuffing your face for 25 minutes with that kind of stuff, especially sausage. Oh man, the chicken may be okay, but. And I wrote Monica will win this again.
Yeah, I wrote it on a post today. We were talking with some friends on the Facebook. And they were asking who was going to win what, and I wrote Monica as well. I mean, did you look at her bucket? There's an empty bag. That's about 25% of her body weight is an empty bag.
Yeah. They had to make a smaller bucket because the bucket was weighed more than
They weighed more than them.
And Monica only has a rope, but we promise you it's 25% of her body weight.
That hook on the end is 25% of her body
Yes.
weight. And then when she was cranking it back up, she said, Jeff, can you raise that board a little higher? Because I could crank it even higher.
Yeah.
Mm.
And, of course, the whole time Probst is asking people, you know, does it bug you that these three went to eat and everything? And so that was to be expected. Of course it ticks them off, you know, because they don't feel confident.
So I wrote down when he's asking Hayden about the blisters and stuff, or he's showing his hands or talking about them, I could see Hayden going, I never got any blisters on Big Brother.
Yeah.
You know, we never did anything like that.
Yeah.
This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, yeah. So Katie's out first. The skin is literally tearing off their hands.
Yeah.
I mean, basically they're getting blisters, and then the blisters are popping.
Like Caleb bleeds out is what I wrote.
Yeah.
He was bleeding.
Yeah. So after about 20 minutes, Tyson looks to Jervis and Sierra and says, "We're good." Or did you interpret it as a question? We're good?
I did. I interpreted it as, you know, we're all good, right? You know, that's why we're sitting here eating. And I would think Sierra's like, well, yeah, because I'm now in on your team. Got your back, you got mine.
Yeah. So Hayden finally drops it. Monica wins again. A immunity challenge beast that gets no airtime.
Right.
That's what's
exactly. 2 weeks in a row.
If I were her, I'd be a little ticked at the lack of airtime.
Yeah, but she's getting her point across to her kids.
That's true.
There's two physical beasts in the house.
But you know she's going around talking strategy because that's all she ever does. And yet they're not playing her into this story at all.
Well, I think they're trying to edit in the newbies on their way out. Before they leave, they're giving them their few minutes of airtime before they send them out.
Yeah. Did you see Hayden looking at the food before he left?
Oh, yeah. He leaned over to see what was sitting there.
Yeah.
I love Tyson. I'm not going to tempt you, so after I lick this bone clean, I'm throwing it behind me.
Yeah, I'm going to throw it behind me. It would have been just like Tyson to throw it at them.
Throw it at their feet.
Throw it at their feet. Smell the aroma of the amazing food I just ate.
Exactly.
Janice wants to know if anyone else is on the is watching live. Janice, there are about 8 or 9 people watching, so start a conversation. They'll probably talk to you. All right, back at camp, Tyson's talking about how awesome the food was. Isn't this like, you know, Survivor rule number 12 or something? Don't brag about your reward? Yeah,
but Monica asked, she goes, I want to hear about the food. I want to hear about the chicken. I want to hear about the sausage. And Hayden's just carrying it right on. So I kind of, this to me is that family thing, that they're bonding as a group over there. It's not the hate and be hated. Yeah, I mean, she asked about it. Of course, she was in a really good mood because she had a big old necklace around her neck. So she was more than willing. Plus, I got thinking about it. I was talking to somebody at work, and they said, do you think if you played, because I'm always talking about playing, and they said, if you had played, could you have given up that reward last week that Monica gave up? You know, if you thought it would get you in the game. And I'm thinking, you know what? With what I normally eat and the way my stomach is, I could imagine my stomach finally getting settled after 21 days on the stuff that we were eating, and then looking at that food and saying, you know what? I physically don't need that food in me.
That's right.
And I will say, yeah, I would absolutely consider giving it up if I thought I could go back and eat rice and coconuts again. You know, because with the coconuts, you won't keep anything in it anyway.
That's right.
So I was just thinking, you know, that's another reason why Monica's going to do it. She doesn't probably want all that food. She doesn't probably normally eat all that stuff.
Right.
So.
Okay, but Monica going back to camp and asking about the food is like the black kettle talking to the black cup. You know?
I mean, think that was more of a, I think that was a good mood thing. She was happy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. That's more like the Monica, social Monica. That's what we haven't been seeing. We've been seeing the strategy, getting on your nerves, Monica. This is the Monica I remember from One World that I liked.
Right. So the other 3, Katie, Hayden, and Caleb, are. I just think it was bad form to go back and talk about how amazing the food was. I mean, Tyson didn't just go, oh, yeah, it was good, but let's not talk about it. Tyson was Tyson.
We're not talking about Colby. We're talking about Tyson. You're exactly right. This is Tyson. He is so confident and happy with where he is, he could care less what people think about it. And I think he'd tell them that. And even if Caleb said, we probably shouldn't be talking about how good it was. And Tyson would say something like, well, we just thought you ought to know in case it comes around again. We just want you to know. And I haven't told you about the sausage yet, so let me tell you about the sausage. I mean, that's Tyson. He is a rub-it-in-your-face player.
Oh, yeah. Which I like. I enjoy watching him do it. But he's just amazing that he gets away with it because other people don't get away with it. So.
I completely agree, but I really think there's just a different feeling of community or family in this group. That's why I wonder what this cast is like now.
Okay. So Hayden is talking, and he's obviously Tyson, Jervis, and Sierra are very confident. So he goes to talk to Katie. And it's basically like, we can't trust Sierra. We can't trust her.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we get him talking to Caleb, and Caleb kind of surprised me here. I didn't expect to see it go this way. He says, well, let's go talk to Tyson and suggest that Sierra's playing both sides, and let's get Sierra voted off. Do you think that was a good move by Caleb?
I thought it was the only move. I honestly did. Unfortunately, they did not have the numbers to gamble. Right. They only had 3. They were very confident at this point, and they were right to be confident that Sierra had flopped. She'd gone to the other side. Right. So the fact that they only had 3, they were desperate. Actually, being desperate, you do kind of pull a desperate move. But I don't know. They just didn't have the numbers, and they didn't have much choice. Why not take a shot? If supposedly the guys are that close, they really should have played it up better. I thought they ended up showing, I think, that they were nervous coming to the Island Godfather, and he just kind of and he took it that way. It's obvious they went to him. Oh yeah, because, that's who you go to.
So you don't think they got him thinking at all? I kind of got the impression that he was really struggling. Which way am I going to go?
No. I agree that he was tempted to go both ways. I agree that he took it in and he listened sincerely, but when it was done with, it was the 2 of them or the 1 of her. And since he had the numbers, why keep the 2 of them when he could keep the 1 of her? I think that was part of his plan. Although Sierra, I think, is just as dangerous as one of them. Right. But yeah, I think he listened. But I think the fact that Sierra went to him first is what gave her a little bit more clout than the other 2. Right. He may have sensed at this point that because he's not dumb, he's smart. He's one of those people like Scoopin that knows if we're together, we don't do anything together. But he and Sierra have been spending time together, and it's probably been obvious that she hasn't talked to them, so he can tell that they're worried. So I think that's when he leaned more towards Sierra because they came to him so late, and after they lost the challenge.
Right, but he still covered his bases.
He was excellent.
Just in case Sierra's not being truthful with him, he's covering his bases. I figure he thinks, look, I can get rid of Sierra later. It's good to get rid of Tyson of Hayden and Caleb now, while I have this opportunity.
Right, that's the 2 versus 1. Go ahead and put those 2 on the outside, and they'll be next.
Right. So. All right, ready for tribal council?
Let me check.
Mm-hmm.
And he called. Apparently, Tyson called out Sierra's playing both sides. So the answer's at T's.
Well, yeah.
So that was, but I give her credit in that she went to him first. I don't know. I would have liked to seen her stay with the new players, but she did what she thought was best for her. So this is 2 weeks in a row, getting rid of Mom, and then turning on the new players where they had the numbers. 2 weeks in a row, she's made what she feels is the right choice. So we'll see how it works out for her.
Yeah, I think she made the wrong choice, my friend. As much as I like her, I think she made the wrong choice.
I think she made the wrong choice both weeks, but I don't know how much of a choice she had last week.
All right, tribal council. Hayden's hands look pretty bad. They look like they're going to be hurting tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, they were worse because now the skin's kind of folded back up. They were worse. Let me show you. I could pull it back and bleed some, but
yeah.
But I've gotten medical since then, so they don't look as bad.
Then you have him talking about, obviously we're jealous that they went and sat out because that means they feel a lot more comfortable than I do. I don't feel comfortable enough to sit out.
Yeah, I liked what Sierra said. She said, I'd rather eat than lose and not eat.
And lose.
Right.
If I'm going to lose anyway, I might as well eat and lose.
Which means I feel completely safe and you guys are in trouble.
Well, but what if she had said that when she showed the rock? What if she had said, I don't feel comfortable, but I know I'm going to lose, and so I'm going to go ahead and eat. What if she had said that? Then it wouldn't have appeared as though she felt so confident.
I think that was an excuse to get out of the challenge. I don't necessarily think she did it because she thought she'd lose. I did it because I felt she thought she'd made an inlay with Tyson and Jervis.
I know that. That's my point. She stepped out of the challenge because she would have felt confident. But why say what she said at Tribal Council? Why say it then? Say it whenever you are bailing out of the challenge. Throw the line then. Con them then. Y'all, I don't feel confident. I know I can't win this, so I'm going to go ahead and eat. But I don't feel confident, even though she does feel confident.
Well, I think that goes to one, I don't think they would have bought it then, just like I don't think they bought it at Tribal Council. But two, I don't think you ever give out information unless you're asked. Don't give out more, especially what you're feeling or what your motivation is as to why you're doing it. If you feel like you can't win that challenge, then you can't win any challenge.
Okay.
So it just gives them more ammo. But I agree.
Right.
I didn't buy it then, and I wouldn't have bought it at the challenge either.
All right. So Probst talks to Jervis about trust, and we get the line, I trust people in my alliance, I have to. Just normal Tribal Council stuff. And he looked right at Hayden. And so Probst talks to Sierra about that. Is that what you were about to talk about?
No, I've got something else to say, but go ahead and finish what you're saying.
Oh, okay. Well, so he goes to Sierra, hey, why aren't they looking at you when they're talking about that? And Sierra's like, yeah, that kind of makes me feel a little nervous.
Yeah.
But who knows if it did.
I know,
it probably didn't. All right, so what else are you going to say about Tribal Council?
One other thing I got, and I put a big star beside it, because this is why Tyson can win, was because of the answer he gave as to why he sat out and ate.
Uh-huh.
I felt really comfortable and trusting in my alliances, but when my alliance didn't sit out with me, I started to feel like they didn't trust me. He played the victim card when he sat out and ate the steak or the pork, whatever they were, the sausages and the chicken. He plays the victim card at Tribal Council, trying to make them feel guilty for him sitting out alone. My alliance didn't. I don't know why those guys didn't sit out with me. I thought we were good. I trusted them, and they left me alone. I mean, he just turned into the sad victim. That's why that guy can outsmart you and outtalk you at the final Tribal Council. Do not let him go to final Tribal Council.
That's right. Blindside tonight, Caleb? Yes, there will be.
Then he has Sierra, so you got two candidates who's going to get blindsided.
Sierra would be okay. So they vote. Tyson plays the idol, and he has a fun time doing it. Do you think he really couldn't find it?
No, not at all.
No,
that was completely Tyson.
Absolutely great. That's going to make it on TV.
Were you thinking? I was thinking that he was faking it, that he was going to pretend.
Yeah.
No, I don't really have it. I was just.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Because
yes.
I was so confident that he wasn't going anywhere. I'm like, why are you playing it now? And then after he played it and he didn't get any votes, I still thought, you know what? They could both be playing me, and it's not worth the risk. I don't have the immunity idol. It's not worth the risk. I'll play the hidden immunity idol and just get it done with and get it over with. I was looking at Jervis and Monica to see what their reaction was, if he had it, if they knew he had it, and I still don't think they knew he had it.
No, I don't think anybody knew he had it.
I think Jervis smiled like, wow, I should have known he had that or something, but that's cool. Right. He's never turned it on me. Yep. But I really thought he was faking it. I didn't think he was going to play it.
Yep. So really, Sierra ended up being the deciding vote. She was the one deciding which side to go on.
Right.
And she chose to get out Caleb, a fellow newbie. Gosh.
Taking out what manipulation when he can get them to take out their own?
I know. All right. Next time on, Hayden throws everything on the table. Look, guys, if you're happy being second place, fine, because Tyson's going to beat us all if we don't get him off. Way to go, Hayden.
Finally. Hello.
I know.
Too late, but you know what? I wonder what Monica feels at this point, what kind of a chance she feels like she has. Because I know she's confident that Tyson Jervis will take her, but Jervis is the one, to me, that's making the mistake in letting Tyson go on. Because they're right. Jervis is just standing behind Tyson. Tyson's the one that people go to. Tyson's the one that gives names out. But at this point, it's gotten so small, like Pro said, you can't hide anymore. There's only 6 or 7 of you. And he's giving out names. He's making calls. they're going to Tyson because he's the big threat. He's the one leading. What does Jervis think about that? I really would love to see a shake-up next weekend. Next week.
All right, you ready for stock up, stock down?
I guess so.
I have mine. I have figured them out, and they might shock you.
Okay.
Have you got yours yet?
Yeah.
All right, stock up. You want me to go first? Hayden.
That does shock me.
Yes, and here is why. At the beginning of the episode, he was kind of, confident in his but he was in danger, but he didn't realize he was in danger as much. Going into next episode, now he knows his place. So I think he has a better shot of doing better now, knowing his place, than he did at the beginning of the episode when he didn't know in what kind of danger he was in what kind of danger he was.
Well, I'm going to completely disagree with you because I think he's in a worse off place now because now he's on the outside trying to stir up the inside.
Okay.
And I think Jervis and Tyson are so tight that he is not going to be able to pull Jervis away from Tyson, no matter what he says.
I'm not saying he's not in that position. I'm just saying now he sees it. Before he was in it and didn't realize it.
But I think because of his vote, he's at the bottom. He's lower than Katie. I think he's down there lower than Katie.
Okay.
He's my stock down.
Well, he's my stock up.
How about that?
I bet my stock down is your stock up.
Most likely.
My stock down is Tyson.
Oh, no, that's not my stock up.
Okay. Stock down went to Tyson because he doesn't have an idol next week unless he wins it.
Very, very, very true.
If you had an idol at the beginning of the episode and you don't have an idol at the end of the episode, your stock went down. So his stock went down.
All right, so here's an extra bonus question for you. Will someone find an idol next week?
Heck yeah, they'll find an idol. Absolutely. Production will stick it in their sleeping bags.
Do you think that clue will be accepted next week instead of burned?
Absolutely.
Let's see.
And you know who's going to get it? Sierra or Katie's going to get it.
I think so too.
Because the moms are going to win again. They're going to play together. The moms are going to win again. And they're going to give it to one of their daughters, and their daughters are going to go out and find it. And Tyson's going home.
I like it. That's not even close to being a crazy theory. That's a complete possible theory.
All right, so who's your stock down?
My stock up. I already gave you my stock down. That was your Hayden. My stock up is Sierra. Because even though I didn't like the fact that she left the newbies, she put herself ahead of them and went and jumped to the other side and put herself in a better position.
Right.
I just thought that she may have moved up a place or two. She definitely, I think, put herself up ahead of Katie and Hayden, but at the same time, Tyson's keeping a closer eye on her now. So that's not necessarily good. He's more worried about her because I don't think he knows he can't beat her in the final or knows that she'd have a chance in the final. So I don't think he wants to take her, but at the same time, he knows that he can trust her because she could have easily gone against him and not told him. So she took a really big gamble with that. So I think her stock did go up this week, whereas, Tyson was already up there and Jervis was already up there. But no, seeing Hayden on the other hand, I think it's the guy on the outside trying to stir up what's already aligned. So that's why I do that way.
All right, David, let's get to fantasy results.
That would be me.
Yes, it would be.
What
was that first question?
First question was, does Tyson play his idol?
Oh, crud.
Does he play it and does he play it or does he not play it and go home? Does he not play it and stay?
I put doesn't play it and doesn't go home, so I did not get any points.
Well, Sunday night I said he plays it. And then after I wrote my blog, I changed it.
Yeah.
So I did not get points for that. Nope.
All right.
I sure didn't.
All right. Next question. Oh, wait. What did the SCA 9000 do?
I said no, and he does not go home, so I didn't get points for it either.
I honestly don't really care what the SCA 9000 did anymore, but I just figured I might as well ask. All right. Next question.
The other question was, I'm trying to remember.
Who wins
Here it comes.
immunity?
Person winning immunity is male or female.
Yes.
Once the pictures came out.
Oh, crud.
I changed to female because I just thought Monica would win it.
See, this is what happens when you go on vacation. I wasn't paying attention today to anything Survivor, and so I didn't catch that. So
I wish you would have asked me. I'm sorry.
I saw the male.
Yeah, saw the challenge, and I said, Tyson can't win because he's one arm. Jervis's hands will probably slip. It's to Monica. I just don't see how she can lose unless Hayden in his big arms. So Me and Andy both posted. Andy Baker picked Hayden, and I picked Monica on that little chat we were having. And I beat him on that one. But he was close because Hayden got second place.
All right.
So I got 2 points for that. How many did you get for that? You got...
None, you idiot.
Oh, you're way down. Sorry, you're way down here.
I got a goose egg this week.
Yeah.
Because I put 20 points on Sierra.
So now we're on to points.
What did you do?
I started to have doubts about putting all points on Sierra.
Okay. So what'd you
do?
And
I started thinking about Hayden and Caleb, about splitting up my points. And I even put on the Facebook page that I was starting to doubt it, starting splitting up points. And I decided not to, and I left all my points on Sierra.
Oh, so you got 2 points this week.
I got zip. In fact, you know what's so bad? The SCA 9000
got more points.
7 points. It got 5 on Caleb. Because remember, it split on all the newbies. They rolled the dice, and all the newbies got 5 points. It got 7 points. We got outscored by the computer.
Hey, back to our stock up and stock down just for a second. Reese doesn't like either one of our stock ups. So he says Hayden wasn't in danger until he turned on Tyson. I disagree with you, Reese, but...
Mm-hmm.
And then he says Sierra is in a worse position because she isn't in Tyson's final 3, and Hayden and Caleb were willing to take her to the final tribal. I agree. Just thought I'd address those two things. Did you have anything to say about those?
No, but I still think she's better than she was before because I thought she was at the bottom of the heap at the beginning of the episode because they didn't want to trust her because she took out her mom. That was just my thought. And I thought she moved up to number 4 after this episode.
Yeah, but at the beginning of the episode, all eyes were on Katie. Tyson was going for Katie at the beginning of the episode.
Well, that's the beginning of this episode. I meant by the end of last episode, I thought she was in danger because why would you keep her when Laura's going to go there and politic to get her votes on the jury? I just thought she was at the bottom.
All right. Okay.
Just saying.
Well, everybody, we are going to close out this episode, and then we are going to record a Shootin the Breeze with D&D with my dad, and that's going to be fun. So I hope you will download that. It's on iTunes. It's also on our website, SurvivorTalkWithDND.com. Follow us on Twitter at Survivor_talk. Join our Facebook group, Facebook.com/groups/SurvivorTalk. And you can watch us record live every Sunday night and Wednesday night on my YouTube channel, which is YouTube/Dwaine Stroud. Easiest thing to do is go to our website, hit the YouTube button at the top right, and that'll take you to my YouTube channel. Subscribe and watch us live every single Wednesday and Sunday night. And as you can tell, we respond to your comments, and it's a fun time together. So anything else, David? Amazon, Christmas. You want to tell everybody to buy Christmas stuff.
Buy Christmas stuff.
Thank you.
Using our Amazon link. You can find it on our Facebook page and all over our website.
Yes.
But the easiest place to go to our Facebook page and join us on Facebook will bring you right in, and then you can click on that first post, which is always there, and it's an Amazon sign-in. It'll take you right to the page.
It'll actually take you to your favorites page, by the way.
Right.
Well, not your favorites, but like things that are, if you're already signed in, like if you have your computer set up to sign you into Amazon automatically, then if you click on our link, it's going to take you to recommendations for you based on stuff that you've purchased in the past.
Yeah, you click on our link, and then you can click on your cart, and you're ready to start purchasing what you've already put in there.
No, that's not how it works, David. Remember? Don't put stuff in the cart before you use our link.
Uh-oh.
No. Always use our link to put stuff in your cart. If you have stuff in your cart already, and then you use our link to go to our website and just go to your cart, we won't get credit for any of that stuff.
No, I did that because the only way I go to Amazon now is from our Facebook page. I don't even go type it in anymore.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Leave us a 5-star rating in iTunes. Check out our other show, Shootin the Breeze with D&D, where we talk movies, stories about stuff, TV. In fact, in about a month, we're going to have an amazing episode about movies. It's going to be great. We're going to have my brother on. It's going to be a fabulous, fabulous show. So any final words, David?
This was a triple blindside episode. Caleb got blindsided, I got blindsided, and you got blindsided.
Yes.
That's a good episode.
That's right. All right, music for tonight's show is Giving You All Control by Jeremy Camp. Thanks again for listening, everybody. That is all I've got. How about you, Dave?
I'm good. I'll see you in the breeze.
All right. See you, everybody.
See ya.
Placing both my feet on the floor.